Hi and welcome to the Market Alert for Wednesday the 19th of July 2023. So yesterday banks and big tech burst higher, bonds and bullion bid as macro skids. So as it says there, that escalated quickly. It certainly was a turnaround. Stocks rally post bank earnings, all announcements and mixed US data. So the data is not conclusive, but we'll just pump the markets to the upside. As I said before, they're going to keep doing this throughout the summer till they get the Dow and the S&P back to all-time highs. The DAX has already done it, and the FTSE 100. Economic news today, well, it's the big one for the UK. We've got the CPI out at 7 a.m, and then we've got housing starts and building permits from the US at 1:30. So either side of the openings of both, we will see this economic data released today. The market will then make its own direction, which I suspect will be up after a shakeout from the open, just to wrong foot a few traders. Okay, let's kick off, have a look at the Dow, work our way through to the metals, see what happened during yesterday. So, big move yesterday in the Dow. We're breaking through that resistance that I mentioned yesterday at 34,571. Now we've got a new target there of 34,992, make that 35,000. What's a few points when the market moves 400 in a day? Let's just have a look at that. It's probably about 350 by the looks of things, but let's just see what the Dow piled on yesterday from low to high. Oh, it's actually closer to 500, 476. So big move yesterday to the upside, and in the monthly chart now we're making gains in the Dow as well, which we've looked at the S&P 500 in the monthly chart. Now we can see where we're going with the Dow. And up to the all-time high ballpark, let's just have a look here. Let's just measure up what we've got. So from about there up to the high is another 2,039 points. So when you put them on at 500 a day, it isn't going to take long to actually get there, is it? So this is the monthly chart of the Dow. You can see that we've just taken out the 89 from this move back up, which we can get rid of because we've taken the high out to the left. So we've got to take these two highs out. So now 78, 89, and then you've got the all-time high at 36,000. Make it 37,000 ballpark, but 36,952 there. So at the moment, let's have a look at where we are on an intraday basis. Let's just expand this out so we can see where we've got. The high is only a stone's throw away. The close also. And if we just move back a bit, just so we can get a bigger picture, we're quite a way off the DP and the 50 EMA if we have anything to the downside. But I suspect we're going to take out the high. We may have a shakeout. It's not uncommon, and then off we go back to the upside. And in the German DAX, struggling a bit yesterday compared to the Dow. We took out the 89% retracement. We're just sitting on that and trying to find support on the overnight. We've got the high to the left. We've got two of these, one at 210, one at 186. We've got the all-time high at 427, but the DAX struggling a bit there. But if it gets any momentum behind it, it'll soon take out these levels, as it did when it traded up to create the new all-time high back in June. In the 30-minute chart, you can see yesterday rather choppy until we had the Dow come on stream. Lovely oversold here, crossover with the market pulling back 89, then the Dow kicking off and the market moving up a good 120 points there. Overnight, we've not been anywhere near the high to shout about. We got stuck at the BRN and we've traded down. We've traded down also in the last 30 minutes. The market spiked up, but has since moved down there. We've got the DP here and also the 50 EMA as well. In the 5-minute chart for yesterday, you can see that I just scrunch this up a bit and move it over to where we kicked off with the main session. That's the afternoon. Let's go back to the morning. We can see there in the futures, the market going up, creating a overbought situation with an 89% retracement. The market down was very choppy in the 5 minutes for the first 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40 minutes before the market then found its direction to the upside. Classic shakeout for the DAX, then moving higher, not by a great deal, then back down to the DP and the psychological level, and then making its way back up again. You can see there we've got a 62% retracement. Then we traded sideways at the close, but then we broke the close convincingly with some selling. We then traded sideways at the next support. We then broke this one, and again we had the selling and then the buying coming back in. And then the market really just got going with the Dow in the afternoon, which you can see there. So it took a moment or two, but the DAX following the Dow yesterday afternoon. Let's have a look at the overnight. And we can see there that we're not near the high yet. We had a look at it, well, tried to have a look at it this morning, but we then took out the close. The market found support here for a moment or two, then we broke it with a decent bar, and then we've just drifted down. But at the moment we're in a bit of a no man's land apart from the 200 MA there, which is a useful support. The market sideways. We need to close back above the 50 EMA in the 5-minute chart to move back up. A lot of volume there, but the market, of course, waiting for those UK CPI numbers, which no doubt are going to come out good. And talking of them, actually, would help if we had a look at what the forecast was. Forecast is 8.2, previous 8.7. So 0.5% is what they're looking for in those numbers. So yeah, sideways at the moment. The DP will be important for the market to hold. We're nowhere near the low, are we, on this? It's going to be a long way away, given that we put 120 points on yesterday afternoon. So down at the low, we're closer to the close and the high to take out to move the market back up through the daily resistance there at 2110 and 186. But a shakeout to start with is not uncommon. S&P 500, let's start with the monthly chart. Yesterday we took out the 78% retracement. We've got the 89 to take out at 4671.5. Daily chart yesterday ploughing ahead. We've been up now on the S&P 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days, and up on the overnight at the moment as well in the 30-minute chart, finding support at the close. Yesterday in the electronic session, well, we just was lackluster. The data came out mixed, but that didn't matter. They just seized the opportunity, ramped the markets up, and then overnight we've been sitting sideways. As I say, these markets are going back to all-time highs before they actually make any sort of major correction, because that's what they do. That's what they do. FT 100 has already made its all-time high. If we go back, you'll see this in this chart, and we did this when let's have a look, it was a few months ago, back in February. We had the all-time high in the FTSE 100. So in the daily you can see that we're a different thing. Once you've made those all-time highs, you then tend to pull back, which is probably why the DAX is doing the same as well, not actually chasing. And the FTSE 100 yesterday down, back up 89% retracement. That can be seen in the 30-minute chart. We started off up, then we came back for 89%, sat on the psychological level. We had the buying in the market, and then off we went at 230 with the Dow. And overnight we got a bit of a retracement, and now sitting at the close, just below the close there. Meanwhile, US dollar sitting sideways, may react today to the UK CPI numbers. Are out in another 3/4 of an hour, as I recall. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. Dollar sideways. So let's have a look at the metals. Kicking off with silver. Yesterday the market managing to trade up to 78, finding a bit of difficulty there. I've marked up some downside targets from this low here to there, so we've got some downside targets because they love the downside in the silver market, as we know. Yesterday a bit choppy, market reacting to the news, and then up. That was the retail sales for yesterday. The market then sideways overnight, but finding support at the DP and the 50 EMA. In the gold market, at last breaking to the upside, taking out the 89, finding a bit of support with this overnight. And in the 30-minute chart, we were very steady to begin with. Then we had the news, and then blowing much higher, as we see before the close, or well, actually early evening. And then at the moment, the market coming back to the DP and also that 50 EMA. Got to keep an eye on that. See if we can take out yesterday's high, which I suspect we won't. But there you go. Right, one last thing. We've got the gold-silver ratio, and at the moment pointing to the downside for the gold-silver ratio, indicating that silver is gaining a bit more strongly percentage-wise than gold. Okay, that will do it for this one. Let's see what those CPI numbers are at 7 a.m. I suspect they're complete and utter BS, as they usually are, because they have been for years. Simple as that. And we all know we're paying far more than what the numbers indicate as well. Okay, that's it for this one. As ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next.